So, did you miss me? How's everybody doing? It's been a while, I know, right? So, couple of things. First of all, overlay is going to be a bit janky. This is just because of this is a Linux thing. I was testing it earlier to see if it would work, and So the thing with, like I said, it's a Linux thing. It's because I'm trying to use Mix-It-Up, but Mix-It-Up currently doesn't have a native Linux implementation, so it has to run via Wine, and that is currently a less than perfect implementation. So that's where those issues are coming from. Also, I made the, I was saying, oh, they tried to kill me. I'm only sort of joking there. I am only sort of joking there because it has been a bit of a fight to try and get everything to behave itself when it comes to all of the various, Linux shenanigans that come with that. I mean, I've been able to get it to sit in a somewhat stable state now, But for a while there, it was definitely a bit touch and go. It's definitely a bit touch and go. Like I said, the overlays are still kind of being funky. They were working earlier. It seems like they're not working now, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to do some more work on that. But I'm honestly still just kind of surprised that, you know, I'm still kind of surprised that it was working at all before. So like I said, some adjustment is still going to be necessary there, but it is mostly working now. It is mostly working now. So there is that. And honestly, I think that is really all I can ask of it at this point, is that it mostly works, even if it does crash periodically and other jank happens with it. Speaking of overlays, though, there is one in particular I was hoping to get working, because like I said, it's Nextfest, right? It is currently Nextfest, and one thing I was particularly wanting to get to function, and I put together specifically for this stream, was a wheel. So, give me a second. I want to see if this works at all. So, like I said, I've got about 40 to 50 games on here, 40 to 50 demos on here that I went through the other day and put together. And let's see if spinning the wheel works, shall we? Seems like it isn't. Which, that's annoying. Why isn't this working? Mix it up? Why aren't you working the way you're supposed to? I went through the process of getting this all set up, and now it's not working. Oh, great. Hold on, let me check something real quickly here. Overlays, yes, yes, yes. Let's see. This does anything? No, no, it doesn't. Come on. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why the overlay is not working, but it isn't. And that sucks. Because I actually went through the whole process of trying to get this set up so that it would. It should be there is the thing, though. And it's like, for whatever reason, it's not showing up. And I don't know why it's... Oh, I know why it's not! I know why it might not be, actually. No. No, that's all set up. So that shouldn't be it. Disable that for a moment, and then re-enable it, and let's see if Mix It Up can find it now. That's the thing we should do, actually. Okay, seems like it keeps, so it seems like it can find it. It's just once it does, it doesn't do anything with that. That seems to be the thing here. Let's see if I can get it to come up here now. No, this is, okay, this is bullshit because it was working earlier. It was working earlier, and now it's not working, and I don't know why it isn't. And I had, like I said, I had a wheel and everything set up for it too. Oh well, if it doesn't want to work, then fine, I guess. We'll just go, I guess we'll just go through them in order then, if that's how it wants to be. If that is how it wants to be, then I guess we will just go down the list in order. See if that makes it behave itself. I'm gonna keep this open though, because it does seem to be working everything but the overlay. So it still is, it's not useless. It's just being dumb. And also that's nicer than having the actual, you know, browser window open to check Twitch and such. So yeah, I'll take that. Let's see then. So first demo on the list. Let me just pull up a little text thing here real quickly. So y'all can see it. Put that there. Get, you know, hide this because that's not currently doing anything. Just gonna set things. I'm just setting things up in case y'all are wondering what's going on. We'll be moving over just soon, don't you worry. But like I said, getting stuff working has been it is being a bit of a task right now, but we're getting there. We are getting there. It's just gonna take a little time. And also, now that we've done that, I want to test something. Oh, that does seem to be working. So that's good. Okay. So now you can see behind me what we're starting with. Let's bring ourselves over. So first on the list we have AGXGP. Let's see. Let me grab this so I can see what y'all are saying. And also let me go and shut that up real quick. Shut that up. There we go. There we go. So now, let's see what we got ourselves here. Oh, I got to set the audio. We just do that real quickly. Or maybe I'm just better off doing it like this, actually. Here we go here. No, okay. Let's try it this way then. No, that's not working either. Weird. How am I supposed to get the audio from this then? Maybe I need to just look to see what the name of it is here. That is new and annoying. That it's just not, I can't seem to find the audio. Oh, there it is. Found it. There, I found it. It took me a minute, but I found it. So let's see, AGX. So I have actually tried a couple of these just to make sure they work. I haven't tried all of them, but I did try a couple of them to make sure they worked. And so that's what's going on here.
Welcome to the AGX Candidate Hub. In here, you can select challenges, view your progress, customize your vehicle, and much more.
But so like this one, for example, is like, so AGX, from what I saw of it, is sort of like an anti-gravity racer, like F-Zero sort of Wipeout-ish, more like Redout now that I'm thinking about it. And it's not one that, so I did notice though, it definitely does not play like Wipeout, which for a lot of people I can see being in its point, being a point in its favor, because a lot of these games are pretty blatantly Wipeout clones. Let's just be honest here. For the most part, a lot of these like anti-gravity racer sort of games, they tend to be Wipeout clones. For better or worse, they tend to be Wipeout clones. This one's actually kind of unusual in that it's not. It's actually not just a Wipeout clone, which feels odd, actually. Feels odd in a lot of ways. Well, it mostly feels odd just because I'm used to this type of game being just a straight up Wipeout clone. I'm used to it being like Wipeout H, like Ballistic NG, or the new one that's coming out soon, Neo Kinetic, which both of those are quite literally just, they're Wipeout. They are Wipeout clones through and through. They might say other things going on with them, but for the most part, yeah, they are Wipeout clones. So one of these that isn't just a straight Wipeout clone does feel kind of odd. It's not the first one that isn't, because I know Aero GPX is also a thing, and that definitely plays a lot more like F-Zero. So let's see here. Smash all energy gates, complete 3 laps. Rival goes locked. Bronze medal time is 56 seconds. Series item. Unlock progress. Unlock 1 of 6. Earn 3 series medals. All right, let's see what we got here. 2, 1, go! Oh shit, I missed that gate! I missed that gate too! Let's come back around to it! Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Come back around, come back around, come back around. Where is that gate at? Shit, bad dash, bad dash, bad dash. Ooh, a little bit bad on that as well. But that was like, I noticed like, that I think is actually kind of a, not necessarily unique, but kind of cool way. Ah, fuck, I did it again. I keep missing that gate. Oh, improve. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do that again, because I know I can get those other gates. All right, let's go again. Got that one. Come through here. And you know what? I honestly kind of feel like we do need we need something in the background for this. And I think you might already know what we're going to have to put on for this. Because this game is trying to be, this game isn't necessarily a Wipeout clone. Like I said, it's not like Ballistic NG or such. But whenever I think of anti-gravity racing, I default, do you like my car? No, actually, not in this case. Not in this case, Slep. But like whenever I think of anti-gravity racing, for regardless of what it actually is, I default to Wipeout. And Wipeout to me means one track in particular. I think y'all might recognize it. Ah, fuck, I missed it. I keep missing that one. Dash over that. Eyes up, try and keep track of that gate. Where the hell is it gonna come up at? That one always gets me. Got it this time. All right, hit the jump zone. Alright, we already... Oh no, we got them all! We got them all. Our time is gonna be terrible though. So, quick restart, let's do that again. Because now that I know that that jump zone is there, we can actually do this correctly. Oh, we got that one on the first try. Excellent. beautiful. Ooh, perfect navigation of that. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Get the boost on that. Let's see where that puts us metal-wise. So that is bronze, not quite silver. I at least want to get silver though. Yeah. All right, let's run that again. Let's run that again because I know I can do that faster. I know I can do that faster. Come on. Oh, I accidentally hit proceed, didn't I? God damn it.
This is the Earth Simulation Dome.
Okay.
Taking over 8 years to build.
ESD.
The ESD is considered a
What does
milestone in
it
engineering.
contain?
And one of humanity's
Are we
most
gonna get any?
outstanding
Are we gonna
achievements.
get more interesting tracks than just the speed
Constructed over
oval?
a specially selected lunar crater, spanning well over 2.5 kilometers
yeah, no, I'm
in
seeing what
diameter.
looks like might
The
be
ESD
foundation
is
for
by
new
far
tracks
the largest single structure
and
ever built.
everything to go with
The
that.
gigantic dome is composed with over
Hey.
1,000 self-illuminating triangular panels, forming a curved surface with billions of individual lights. This creates
Okay.
a state-of-the-art audio-visual experience.
I see what's going on here because
It's
we're on the
able to
moon.
accurately
So basically, like, yeah. So not only is this game
Boost
anti-gravity
Get as
racing,
many boost pads as possible.
this isn't just anti-gravity racing. This is anti-gravity racing on the moon. So let's see where they're having us run now. Ah, shit. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Ooh! Almost. Ah! Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. I actually had it there, but just getting used to how this controls work is definitely throwing me off. Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Ah, shit. Missed that one. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Go, 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 go. Watch that, watch that, watch that, watch that. The turning radius, not being able to control the turn radius like you can in Wipeout is fucking with me. It is fucking with me so bad. Yes, I am, Mex. I am indeed back. Things have been like that. Things have been kind of messy, but I always said I was going to try and come back. Even though I did feel like, things were, streams were being a bit crap there towards the, there when I was like not around. It's definitely a feeling I had, and something I still want to work on is that feeling that, a lot of the streams I was doing, they just felt like they were getting kind of repetitive and a bit shit. And so I definitely want to work on that more. Part of it is definitely talking to people more. I need to get, one of the big things I need to get over, and I've said this before, but I've always struggled with actually doing it, is getting over that feeling of this person has as many average viewers as I do followers. I can't talk to them. I'll be put on a twit longer for that. They'll be like, you can't talk to me. You need to have this partner. That's not a real person. That person was like, who are you talking to me? Don't you know? You need to be at least partner before you can say anything to me. Now you're gonna go on a twit longer for daring to break the rules. I need to remember that person doesn't exist. And I'm very bad about, being very serious about, that person doesn't exist. That's not going to happen. And if it does, if it does, it's their fucking fault. And if anyone's gonna get put on blast for it, it's them. Because it's gonna leak, and I'm gonna, and the receipts are going. the kind of person who would do that, it's gonna get out and nobody's gonna want to associate with them, because that kind of shitty behavior. It is, what is a twit, what's twit longer? It's this thing where, oh fuck. It's basically one of the various, it's like Google Docs, but it's specifically associated with Twitter, where it's like, oh, you want to say something, but Twitter's character limit gets in the way, so you can't. That's what it's a reference to. That's what it's a reference to. It's like, you know, it's like, this is, oh, this is how you end up in a Google Doc. Basically the same idea. Shit, almost had that one. I'm gonna need to get better at running that corner. I'm gonna need to get better at running that corner. Also, you might notice, like I said, the overlays aren't working right now. It's because, so Stream Elements is not worth using anymore, right? Ah shit! I kept doing the thing there. But so, like, Stream Elements isn't really worth using anymore. So I've been trying to use Mix It Up, which is basically something where you can have it on your own PC rather than relying on an outside website to run the overlays for you. But the problem is, I've also switched over to Linux, right? And right now, Mix It Up doesn't have native Linux implementation. They're working on it, but I don't know when that's going to be. So I'm running it via Wine, which is a compatibility layer that lets Windows programs run on Linux. But it's not perfect. Is sort of the problem with that. Oh, that was better. That was better. Yeah, it's kind of gone to shit. Suffice to say, Stream Elements has kind of gone to shit. And so it's like not something you want to be using right now. Oh, wow. What the fuck was that? I had a whole second split until that moment. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That massive fuck up right there. But right up until that moment. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Yeah, so I'm trying to use it right. I'm trying to use it, but it is, shall we say, like I said, it isn't working perfectly. So some of the stuff that it would be, I was trying to get it to do, isn't really working right now. It was, what's annoying is I tested it earlier and it worked earlier, but it doesn't work now. The problem is working now is what matters. I've also had my PC try to give me a goddamn heart attack these past couple of days because for whatever reason, oh, what is this one? Oh, is that the, oh, it's Pazuzu. Okay. I was wondering who it was. Oh, oh no, Mix It Up crashed. Like I said, this happens sometimes. This happens sometimes. And I think, and I said, a lot of it is just because it's running via Wine rather than natively on Linux. And that introduces jank. So I was reading that right now while you were saying that, and Mix It Up just crashed, and I just have to restart it. I just have to restart it. Just give me a second, it'll be fine. There we go. Now it's back up. The overlays probably still won't work, but I can at least see what y'all are saying and see what's going on with that. So I will take that. Shit. Oh, I hit the wall when I was trying to go the other way. Oh, that sucks. Okay, stop crashing. Stop crashing, please. Mix up the elements. Yeah, basically, that's what's happening here. That is basically what's happening. It said no. Yeah, it basically did, Max. It basically said, no, I don't want to work today. But also, so I got a new GPU. Which has actually been pretty nice. Yeah. So, and this is why I was saying, this is what I was going to get to about how I was saying that, like, switching to Linux, this PC's kind of just been gave me a bit of a heart attack when I was doing that. Because it turns out, switching from NVIDIA to AMD, because the new GPU is AMD, there's a bit more of a process to it than I thought, and as a result, it was kind of breaking itself. In a way that made me think that I had completely bricked the system. I was, however, thankfully able to get it all working again, but it definitely spooked me for a while. I was like, like it was doing the thing where it's like, your system is now in emergency mode. Also known as, wow, you done fucked up boy mode. So that took me a while to get that working again. I think I have since got it going. Oh, hell yeah, that's a good lap. Fuck! So target is 29.5. We're not going to get it on this lap, but let's see if we can get it on the next one. But yeah, no. Also, new GPU. One of the big, really nice things about the new GPU, it runs Code Vein. So remember how bad Code Vein 2 was running, right? So y'all remember how badly Code Vein 2 was running, where it was like 40-ish FPS on medium-low settings? This GPU can run it pretty much butter smooth, maxed out. The CPU is still an issue on some things, but the new GPU runs that really well. However, with that new GPU, aside from that, came a new problem. Specifically, this GPU wants more power than the old one. And so, for anything that's like really demanding, like say Stalker 2, before I can do that, I'm gonna need to get a new power supply. I'm gonna need to put in a new power supply because I tried running Stalker 2 shortly after installing the new GPU, and when I did, every time it would start up, it would trip the power supply and restart restart the PC because it was drawing too much power for this power supply. So that was an amusing episode. I was like, okay, let's see if Code Vein 2 runs. Let's see if Stalker 2 runs. I open it up, and as soon as I do, I just hear click. Black screen, PC turns off, PC turns back on because it's tripping the power supply. I'm still glad I got this. So glad I got a new power supply, because that was the new power supply, new GPU, because that was the most stressful part of building a new PC, was going to be figuring that out. Woo! I'm gonna need to figure out how to take that corner better. I'm really gonna need to figure out how to take that corner better, because until I do, it's gonna be rough. Oh, got it. Woo. Shit, and I just lost all of that boost, all of that time I gained there. All of that time I gained on that lap, gone now because of that corner right there. Oh! Ooh. Oh, hitting the wall there sucked. The biggest thing I will definitely say about this game, though, I don't necessarily like just how heavy the actual ships feel. And I definitely am much more I'm definitely biased towards how Wipeout, instead of doing the side dash, which I like the idea of it, right? I like the idea of it. And it's definitely just going to be one of those things that's going to take some adjustment. I'm definitely still biased towards how Wipeout does it, where instead of just trying to side shift like that, you're actively changing your cornering, your turn radius. And I definitely feel like I like that better. Oh, especially on corners like that. Like there, I really want to be able to tighten my cornering, my turn radius. And that feeling like I can't is really annoying me. Although the track geometry that comes from having those jumps and such is really cool. The track geometry that comes with that is actually really cool though. So it's like on one hand, woo! Oh, that's definitely gonna take some getting used to there. Ah, no, I fucked up the turn. I fucked up the jump, damn it. All right, but let's see. Best time ghost unlocked. Let's see what's next on this then. Next.
Race. Race against 5 opponents.
Oh, we've actually got an actual race now. Okay. I was wondering when we'd see one of these. Also, I gotta say, I hope that when this game actually goes to its full release, it's gonna be... Ah, there's the music! I was wondering when that was gonna kick in. Woo! Come on, go, 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 go! It's gonna take some learning on the execution. But, like you see right there, I come and do the ground slam and get the free boost out of that. And then I can use that boost to catch my, use that boost to chase. Kind of like that, right? But better. Oh, I want to run that again now. I want to run that again now because I can see how that can work now. All right, let's try that again. Because that can definitely be done better. I'm definitely starting to see how this track works now. Oh, that's gonna take some quick reflexes to get it right though. But, oh, we can get so much speed off of that if we do it right. See what I mean? Wait. Ah! Wait, we do this right. You get so much speed off of that if I stop hitting the damn wall. That's the problem. I can stop pinballing like that. But I see the vision. Like, I've got the vision. I've got the vision now on how to do that. Now it's just a matter of executing. All right, we're in the lead. Let's see if we can keep it this time. Go, go, go. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly what I was looking for right there. We're still in the lead, we're still in the lead. Hold it. That's all we gotta do now is hold it. Just like that. Ooh! Okay, I will take that win. I will take that win. And we lapped one of them too. Ooh, that was pretty. Got ourselves another gate smash. Let's see where this is. Let's see how this one goes. One, go! Okay. Definitely gonna need to learn how to read these tracks. That's what I'm learning from this. I'm definitely gonna have to learn how to read the track better, because otherwise I'm gonna get in situations like that. Go, 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 go. We're not gonna be able to do it. Come on. We are missing 2 of them. All right, that's 1. Oh, wait, I see what they want you to do on that part of the track now. Oh, that's zesty. Oh, we got them all, though. All right, let's try that again, though. Let's try that again. All right, now we're going. We're going. Go, 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 go. Damn it. Oh, that's like a rapid sequence of those. All right, we've got all of them now. Now it's just speed. Now we just need to go fast. Whoo! That was pretty right there. Okay, let's see where that... that's still only a bronze. Ooh, by 5 seconds. Oh, I know I could do better than that. I know I could do better than that. Ooh, dirt settings. Okay, what else we got here? Dust, pallets. I know I could do better than that. Ah, fuck, missed that one. Come on. Ooh, got that one. Oh, that's all of them. Go, 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 go. Ooh, what was that? Ah, still only bronze? By how? By 0.37 seconds. I saw Rogue Orbit. I don't know if I'm interested in it, Dr. Anime. I don't know if I'm interested though. I've seen it though. I have seen Rogue Orbit. And I don't know if that's necessarily gonna be my thing, but I've definitely seen it. I've definitely seen it though. Improve. Let's see. Come on. We're less than half a second. We're down by less than half a second. again. Ah, we missed the gate. We missed the gate. Damn. We missed the gates. Trying to hit all the gates is definitely one of the parts that makes this tricky. Because you're going and you think, oh. There we go. Ah, we missed one. Still missing one. And it's the very last one too is the worst part. Because that was such a pain in the ass to get. Ah! Damn it! Oh! Damn it! We missed it again. If you excuse me, actually, I'll be right back. I need to go get me a drink with how I haven't done this in a while, and I can definitely feel it. So I definitely need to go. I'm gonna need to go get me a drink. I will be right back. we're back. And so, also, I should mention what you're hearing right there. What you are, actually, no, y'all weren't hearing it. No, what the hell am I talking about? Y'all weren't hearing that at all. What the hell am I talking about? What the hell am I talking about? Y'all weren't hearing that at all. Oh, but I should mention what that was. What that was is, so I found my old modular synth patches. That was one of them, right? That was one of them. You'll just hear right now. There's another one though. Another one though that I have. So this is the one that I remember. This is the one that really got me really interested in doing stuff with like modular synth, right? So let me just bring over the actual input so y'all be able to hear it. Make sure it's all set up, because this was the one that it all started with, right? Was this one. This one right here. Bringing it up like that. And then there we go. This is where it all started with, right? I'm definitely going to be doing more of this in the future. I'm going to be doing more of this in the future. It's going to be a big thing, right? Bringing more of this in, working on more of this stuff. And, building up more patches and such. Because there was some stuff, because now that I actually have the infrastructure set up to do it, I can actually start building stuff that's arguably going to be more interesting than this. But so like this is kind of where it all. This is the one that I remember where I first was built up with it, and I was doing stuff with this. But also, I see ad break has started, so if you need a chance to stretch, grab a drink, etc., now's the time to do it. I will see y'all when it's over. I kind of messed up the ending on that, but we are back now. And like I said, so if you've been around a while, you've been around a little bit, you may have heard that one before. That was like one of the very first things I actually put together when I was first learning how to use VCV rack. I was like one of the very first things I learned how to do when I was very first patches I learned, like actually put together when I first started learning how to do things in VCV rack.
Overtake as many slow opponents as possible in 6 laps.
And kind of just built up from that. It kind of just built up from that. But let's pull out of this now. Yes, go back to the menu. So that's AGXGP. Let's see what's next then. I may actually go and spin a wheel for this, because it doesn't seem like it wants to work with Mix It Up for whatever reason, which is annoying me. I'll definitely say. But let's see real quickly. Bye. Can get it to do something. That's gonna be the big thing here. Can I get it to do something? Or is it just not gonna do anything at all? It seems to be like it's just mostly crashing, but let's see. Let's see if I can get it to do anything. Dodge ads by lurking. Hey, if it works, it works. So I'm not going to fault you for that one, Mex. I'm not going to fault you for that one. I don't know why Mix It Up's not working. Which is what's kind of annoying. It's like, it was working earlier, right? It's like, it was working earlier. But now, for whatever reason, this part works, right? Like, I can do this, and I can read the chats. But... for sleep noise, yes, no. But for whatever reason, the overlay doesn't work. And I don't know why it doesn't. And that's annoying me. It's annoying me that it doesn't work. Because again, it was working earlier. It's just not working now. Oh, let's see what we got here. Vehicle. Before we close this one out, let's see what we got here. It looks like our options are patterns, palettes. And then we've got damage. Oh, this is like weathering. Okay. That's pretty nice. Chassis colors. You can't really see them, is the thing. It's like, this is interesting theoretically. Oh, you have to have the weathering turned on to see it because it's under the paint. Oh, I don't like that anymore. I don't like that anymore, but let's see what kind of dirt options we have. Okay, no dust options. Can't change those. But so, let's see. Exit the game. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? which is going to be, I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm not gonna skip ahead so much. I am gonna do a little bit of like, a pseudo shuffle by just kind of picking from the middle of the list. And also, I do have an agenda here because this is one that I really want to get to. This is one I really wanted to get to, which is Iron Nest. This is a demo I have been waiting for quite a while now. Like when this was first being teased, I was like, oh, I want this a lot. And now that it's finally available, ooh. Oh, it's nice. So now let me just set the audio to make sure it's good to go as well. There we go. Like I said, I've been waiting for this one. I have been very much waiting for this one. So pardon me like jumping straight for it and not going, like down the list. So let's see. I technically did this mission already, but let's see here. Let's just run it real quickly so you can get an idea of what we are doing here. Oh, also need to change the now playing, so give me a second to do that. There we go. All right, so let's start the process, shall we? Fire mission inbound. High command to Iron Nest. Begin calibration firing test. Plot your firing trajectory. Plot your firing trajectory to target on the map. Fire HE shell at the target. Our location is H3 5.5. Target is located Q4 42. So let's go and grab this real quick while we're at it, because it does seem like whatever we're aiming at is inside of a friendly urban area. Q4 42. All right, we've got that mapped out now. Select HE. Put it there. That gives us an idea of effect area. We also have high capacity, but I have a feeling we're not going to want that. Okay, that gives us an idea of our area of effect. Let's start the loading process. So, distance is 8.91 kilometers. So, let's put that into the ballistic computer. Actually, no, I just realized one more thing we need to do first. So, let me just fix that real quickly. There we go. Okay, 2 propellant charges. Calculate elevation, 53.46 degrees. Let's start the loading process. HE round, standard burst load. Into the breach. Round is loaded. Now for the charges. That's going now. All right. Propellant is loaded. Breach is closing. Gun elevation should unlock for loading soon. What's our current rotation? 35 degrees. We need to be 85.4. So let's start our rotation. Overshot, so let's fix that real quick. Okay. All right, we're on bearing. Let's get our elevation now, which is 53.46. which should be roughly there. Then we can use the fine adjustment to get the rest of it. Let's see, 39, 40. May need to go just a little higher. Yep, I was right. Definitely need to go just a little bit higher. Now the rest of it is 53. Oh, we overshot. There we go, 53.46. Let's confirm fire mission. 53.46. Yep. HE confirmed. Bearing 85.4, 85.4. Arm left gun. Ranging is good. 8.91 kilometers. Confirmed. Gun is armed. All right. Let's light this candle. Boom. Round is traveling on the plotting board. Let's see what our results look like. Move this out of the way. Get a clearer vision of what we're dealing with here. Clearer view of just what we've got now. Looking like... Closing now. Hit confirmed. All right, let's take a closer look. Looks like we did hit some sort of civilian structure, though. Ugh. That is a tight shot, though. Basically, no way we could have avoided that with the ammunition we had. Calibration confirmed. Iron Nest is combat ready. Stand down and await operational orders. Retire to your bed and get rested. Let's get rid of this thing real quickly. Okay. Well, we blew up a hospital. Unfortunately. So let's see what the let's see what let's see what comes of that, shall we? What comes from blowing up a hospital, I wonder? Monstrous strike on Mercy Ward. Anti-monarchists detonated a bomb in the hospital's entry courtyard, murdering 163 and maiming over 300 citizens. A brutal atrocity meant to shatter the very heart of Castile. The attack occurred during visiting hours, which has been described by the king as particularly unsporting. In case you're wondering why I'm saying it like that, have a look at this map and tell me, if any of y'all know geography, does that look familiar to you? Because it looks pretty familiar to me. I'll definitely say it looks pretty familiar to me. Like, I feel like I have seen this map before. And remember, the country's name is Castile. This country's name is Gallia. Gallius Sins. Mare Balearicum. And maybe this part will give it away to you. Just where we are. This part might help as well, especially. Let's see if any of these cities. I don't know if any of the cities stand out to you by their names, but at the very least, based on the fact that, you know, this should give it away pretty easily. If the shape on the map doesn't do it, that should definitely do it. Intelligence has identified an anti-monarchist element operating within the city. Separately, High Command has scheduled a celebratory illumination over the Royal Palace to mark the General's Peace Initiative. Iron Nest has been assigned both operations. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go, new shell types. Let's see what we got ourselves now. Fire mission inbound. What do we got? A hostile element has been identified within the city. Triangulate the target position and destroy it. Check adjacent typewriter for field reports. Okay, so we have 2 spotters. And we have 2 spotters. Let's go and mark those real quick. N9L3, N9L3 1877. So grab markers for those. And the other one, L377. Okay. Let's go for the yellow pencil now. And let's go grab their bearings. Target bearings are 099056. No. Oh wow, that one's actually even less useful. So that one gives us range. And bearing. These both give us range and bearing. Okay. And then 99 from spotter 1. We get that right is the thing. There we go. Okay, we've got target position now. So let's mark that. And then using the red one, we can mark its bearing and range from ourselves. .9, 12.94 kilometers. Okay. So we've got our bearing and range now. Let's see. 8, 9, 4. We're gonna need at least 3 powder charges for this. Let's calculate the elevation. 51.76. All right. HE rounds ready to go. And we're gonna need 3 charges for this. Okay, charges are loaded. Gun is ready. Let's see, 51.76. see where that puts us. Ooh, almost spot on. There we go. What's our bearing? 65.9. Okay, bring ourselves back around. There we go. Let's check. Elevation is good. Round type is good. Fire mission is confirmed. Arm the gun. Bearing is good. Range should be good based off of our calculations. Gun is armed. Let's go. Did we do our plotting correctly? Let's find out together. Round shell is tracking good though, so we should be pretty much on target. Let's see. Good hits on target. Oh, what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Target destroyed. Reconnaissance photos transmitted. 2 additional hostile elements have been identified. Destroy both before proceeding. Okay. So, we have 2 new targets. We might be able to get both of them with a single shell. Let's see. Yeah. If we put it here, 5-3, we should be able to get both with a single shell. .2, and let's see, range is 12.93. So it's going to be the same number of charges, slight reduction in elevation, but otherwise about the same. Okay. These are no longer necessary. That's correct. Pull up the next round of the magazine. Load it! And 3 charges in the breach. Charges are set and going in. And bearing set, 68.2. Just waiting on elevation now. That's 51.76, so we need to bring it down just a touch. Arm the gun. Fire mission and bearing and range are good. Gun is armed. Let's light this candle. Shot away. Let's see what we get. Beautiful. Target ceasefire. Both targets destroyed. Excellent. Second fire mission is now authorized. Starburst over Royal Palace. Ordnance Star Shell only. This is a non-combat operation. Fire in the vicinity of the coordinates below. A ground observer will mark corrections directly on impact recon. Adjust and repeat fire until high command confirms satisfactory burst position. Yellow numbers, distance from the impact point to target. Yellow arrows, direction from impact point to target. Approximate illumination coordinates. Bearing 248 from spotter 1. 4.97 from spotter 2. Spotter locations should still be the same. Oh, no. That's not actually. So, let's go back and grab spotter 1 location. Oh, I already still have them. I still have them marked. Okay. Spotter 1, bearing 248, distance 4.97 kilometers. Actually, let's use the compass first to mark it out. So distance is 4.97. Okay, 4.97. Bearing is 248. There we go. So that is I-759. Okay. .97. This is going to require a lot weaker, require a lot lower of a charge. Oh wow, we can do it with 1. Okay. 1 propellant charge it is. 59.64. Load star. Let's see what we've got. One charge. Because we still need to get the bearing from ourselves. Which is actually a little bit less. So let's recalculate that. 53.88. Okay. What's our current? 51.72. Our bearing needs to come way down. So bring ourselves traverse left. Ooh, that valve is gonna need to be closed. So 13 degrees on the dot. All right, bearing is set. Set elevation now, which is 53.88. Okay, that all looks good. Bearing seems correct. Arm the gun and confirm 5388. Bearing 13 degrees. Shell type is confirmed star. Gun is armed. On the way. Let's see. How far off are we? .38 kilometers that way. So, grab a pen. Okay, that marks our correction. New bearing and range confirmed. 325.3, 5.88 kilometers. Two charges. Next round, star. Send it home. And then the propellant. What's our elevation gonna be on this one? 35.28. We gotta wait to ram it. A dumbass forgot to ram the round home. Alright, we got it now. Let's go. Make sure nothing else is acting up. Good. Those are nice and tight. Steam lines for elevation, nice and tight. Let's cut that a bit short because we don't have to go quite so high. Our bearing should be... No, a bearing needs adjustment as well. Bearing 325.3. There we go, bearing is set. Elevation needs to be brought up just a bit. There we go, lovely. Lovely. So let's confirm, 3528, 325.3. Okay, fire mission confirmed, shell type confirmed, bearing is confirmed. Ranging is confirmed. Arm the gun. Gun is armed. On the way. All right, let's see what kind of adjustments we need to make from there. I'd say that's a pretty shot right there. Okay, looks like that is satisfactory. Starburst position confirmed. Fire mission complete. Excellent. Stand down until further orders. Glory to Castile. All right, master power off. Oh, we need the master power on for that. Hold on. Forgot the master power also operates that. Okay. And bedtime. A night of celebration marred by atrocity. Aranjuez, October 14th, 1927. On an evening set aside to honor the general's continued pursuit of peace, the anti-monarchists remind us all that no such pursuit concerns them. Their only correspondence arrives written in the blood of innocents. For 3 years, the general has extended every olive branch available to him, and for 3 years, the brutish rebels have returned the branches aflame. As His Majesty the King honored the general's dedication to peace with a medal, the anti-monarchists desecrated the ceremony with artillery fire upon a civilian quarter. One wonders when the general's patience will find its limit. Scientists unveil mechanical bull for safer festivals. Injures 12 instantly. A new steam-driven bull designed to modernize traditional festivities debuted in Salamanca to roaring applause and immediate evacuation. Officials call the incident a resounding success in kinetic enthusiasm. The project will continue pending repairs to both bull and plaza. His Majesty the King has entrusted me with a sacred mission, the general stated. The peaceful unification of the Iberian people through reconciliation. It is a mission I do not abandon lightly. When pressed as to what he meant by lightly, the general did not elaborate. Services, cellar deepening and reinforcement. Stay below longer, safer, quieter. For sale, home. Some reassembly required. For sale, one lightly used crater. Wanted, witnesses to nothing unusual. Loud noises build character. Oh, they've got some good humor there. Okay. Anti-monarchist forces have maintained an occupation of Ciudad Real. High Command has ordered the city restored to the crown. Iron Nest has been repositioned to support the operation. Requisition procurement is authorized to meet operational requirements. Minimal allied casualties. Exceptional average accuracy. Sustained consecutive kills across successive fire missions. And only requisitioning minimum necessary assets. Okay. Let's see what this is gonna entail. Oh. Oh, the ground is moving. I think I had a bit too much to drink last night. Guys. But let's see. While we're waiting, let's see what we have in the magazine. Empty. Both magazines are empty. Let's go see what we have available. HE, powder charges, AP, and star. Oh, we've got something down. The city is to be cleared of hostile elements. Destroy 5 hostile infantry units within the designated urban sector. Note, requisition console is authorized for ammunition and powder charge procurement at your discretion. Repositioning complete. Iron Nest, I-653. Okay. Grab these numbers real quick so we know where our spotters are. Alright. Inbounds here. Intelligence incomplete. Believe active in friendly urban sectors. Alright, let's see. We are I-653. So let's reposition ourselves real quickly first. Okay. Takes care of our positioning. Our spotters are J953. J569. And B275. The hell are you doing all the way back there? Any new intel on target information? Okay. Targets are set. Let's see what we can do. Shell types we have available are Star, HE, and AP. How much do I have on? 100 requisitions right now. We get 3 Star in the left magazine. We'll load AP on the right. We'll get 2 of those. We'll get 2 HE. There we go. Takes care of our projectiles. We have 91 powder charges. Lay off the sauce, soldier. Hey there, Fuse. How are you doing? How are you doing? So let's see. We've got... So, target 1, bearing 245 from spotter 1. And 264 from spotter 2. Let's redo spotter 1 real quickly. That was bearing 245. That can't be right. Okay, we'll come back and evaluate this one in a moment, but first let's get these other 2 real quick. Bearing is the same for target 2, spotter 3, bearing is 326. And target 3 is distance 8.1 from spotter 2. This is the wrong tool for that. Let's go grab the correct tool. 8.1. And then 772 from spotter 3. Let's try that again. Which means, okay, based on that, we'll need to fire a star shell here in this approximate area to get a better fix on target. Yeah, we'll need to fire a star shell about here to get a better fix on target. And then I doubt this one is correct, so we can probably go ahead and mark this as our next target. Okay, so first round, Star Shell. .54. Shell type. Star. Bearing to target. .5. Calibrate required elevation. 51.24. And that is... How many powder charges did I calculate that for? That was for 2. Okay, charges are loaded. Excuse me, I will be right back. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. Just had to go take care of something real quick. Got your quick boot cert that you won't hopefully be needing anytime soon. Doing dandy. All right, it's nice to hear your fuse. By the way, so some of these demos are multiplayer, by the way, and so I'm probably gonna do those. I'm gonna do those later this week. If you're interested, I'll send you the ones that I was looking at, and if any of them catch your eye, let me know. What's the bearing on that one? 260.5. Let's see. Okay. Also, I'm serious, like, this game is said to be like solo, it's said to be like single player, right? But I was saying, like, this game would absolutely rip multiplayer. Like, you and like 2 or 3 other people all working as a gun crew. It would be like that scene from the 94 Memories movie. The one where they're all like, you know, the scene where they're all showing where like this whole town, yeah, this whole city. Yeah, this whole city that's built around artillery, right? Artillery of varying sizes, each of which is set up. Artillery of various sizes, where each of the various guns occupies a whole building, and the one in the middle is like the largest of the bunch, right? And they have a scene where you go into that massive cannon, and they show off the loading process for that, and it's absolutely beautiful work. It's absolutely beautiful work. $51.24. First fire mission is confirmed. On the way. Let's get this next one prepped. This is looking like it's probably going to be an AP shot just because of the terrain. We'll find out. Nope, those are infantry. Never mind. Check proximity to friendly forces and civilians. That honestly looks fine for HE. Okay, that's looking fine for HE. So let's go. Clear that out. HE 260.2. Target type infantry. range 8.43. Calculate. 50.58. Our bearing is still mostly good, so very slight adjustment there. Load HE. 2 powder charges. Ready to go. Ram. And then let's see. So we've got. Boom. Ad break is starting soon. So don't, give it a few minutes. If you need a chance to stretch, grab a drink, anything of that sort, it's gonna be the time to do it. And I will see y'all when it is over. we're back. So, second round of the fire mission is ready to go. Just waiting on that elevation, which should be 50.58 when it's all set. Let's see where it puts it. 51.24. Little bit off, but well within acceptable margins. Well within acceptable margins. So I will take that. I will take that, and let's correct for it. So now let's start correction. $50.58. What's our bearing looking like? 260.2. That's already been set correctly. Good. So HE around 50.58. Shell type is confirmed. Bearing confirmed. Arm the gun. Ranging is good. Gun is armed. On the way. Let's see what our results look like now. Both enemy infantry targets destroyed. Excellent. Recon flight over grid P4. We're gonna need a recon flight. So let's go ahead and grab one of those. Let's see, so P4. Our current location is I6. Bearing to P4 would be 104.4. But we need the opposite, which is about 285. Let's go with bearing 286. All right. Request recon flight. Gyro Scouts sending recon photo strip. Let's see what we've got. All right, hard target. I knew those AP shells were gonna come in handy. Looks like 103.2, 7.08. Target type, bunker, shell, AP, bearing, .08, bearing 103.2. Distance is 7.08. There we go. That's all been set now. Let's see what we get. Calculate elevation, 42.48. AP load. Charges are loaded. Let's see. Those are set. That's set. Waiting on gun elevation. Waiting on loading. And then set our elevation. That one's good to go. We're gonna get an HE shell ready on this one as well for the next fire mission. Just have it prepped. Not even gonna... Actually, no. We're gonna prep this one, actually. We're gonna go 2 charges, load it. Let's go for a 3rd, actually. Yeah, let's load a 3rd in this one. We'll just have to compensate on elevation. Then this needs to go to 42.48. Okay, that's set. Set our bearing to 103.2. Design of this is absolutely gorgeous. Can I just say that real quick? Like, if there's anything about this game, I want to put it in a bottle and capture, it's that. I would just want to bottle the sound design of this game. All the little clicks and groans and rattles of the machine. As you are prepping it for the shot. 42.48, that's correct. Arm this gun. Ranging is good. On the way. Bearing to target 298.8. Let's get that next one prepped. Good hit on target. That's what we like to see. Three hostile infantry units remain in sector. Okay. Set that range, set that bearing. Clear all these out. We have an HE shell loaded, so let's set our shell type accordingly. Range on that shot is 8.05. We have a 3rd powder charge loaded. 32. 0.20. What's the bearing on that one again? I think I already have it set. 298.8. Yep, we have that bearing set. Calculated elevation is 32.2. So bring that down. And let's see what this shot looks like. All right, we still gotta bring it down a little bit more. $32.2. Okay, arm the gun. Fire mission is good. On the way. Oh. You might call that suboptimal. We might call that one suboptimal. Where the hell are the other enemy infantry units then? Let's bring back the kill tokens real quickly. And let's think here. So, they're in the urban sector. So maybe we run a recon flight. Interesting. That was underground, so I was correct to mark that with, to hit that with an AP shell. So hey, I accidentally did that one correctly. So, let's see what we got here. So that one's good. That one's good. I'm thinking what we might need to do is a north-south recon flight. So let's do C4 heading, maybe B4 heading north. It's probably our best bet. Let's give that a go. So recon flight. B4 heading north. Requisition. All right, that did it. Oh, that got 2 of them at least. That has identified 2 of them. That one's gonna need an AP shell, because otherwise we'd have to be very, actually no, we might be able to do that with an HE shell. Yeah, we put the HE shell here maybe on 5-0. No, we have to go, let's go for 6-0 just for safety margin. Let's put it right around there. right there ought to do it. And that should catch them in the blast. Let's give that a shot. 276.5. Range 5.99. Okay, 2 powder charges. 35.94. HE is on this gun. Let's also, while we're at it though, actually let's use an AP round on that one. So scrap that calculation. That way we can load HE for the next one. We'll still err a little on the side of caution and put it, say, here. 276.4, so that changes our shell type. Two 76.4, 6.16. Three 6.96. Okay. And then next target is here. Seems like no danger zone. So we can just use HE on that one. That goes there, that goes there. Let's see. 7.05, 272.2. Let's see how that goes for me then. Let's see how that goes. So we've got our 2 fire missions set, and we've got 2 rounds set for fire mission. And the rest of it seems to be pretty clear. Just make sure we don't mix up the 2 shots and fire the wrong shell at the wrong target, because that would be a little bit awkward. Otherwise, though, I think we are good to go. So oh yay, mix it up crashed again. Oh, I need to figure out why it's doing that. I'm gonna need to figure out why it's doing that, because that is gonna get annoying. Dear God. Yes, I am back. I am indeed back, Mechanic Cat. How are you doing? How are you doing? And right now, we're playing with artillery. We're playing with artillery in the Iron Nest demo because I have been looking forward to this for months now. I have been looking forward to this for months, and it's so like I have not been disappointed by this. So far we've tried this, and I've also tried AGX-GP, which that was actually a pretty interesting anti-gravity eraser that actually has something unique going on with its mechanics. So rough week overall, but I've been doing much better lately. So okay, let's see. Load this gun. AP. Two powder charges. But so, like I said, I have been... So it has been very interesting. I was mentioning this earlier, but so... I've got a couple of things. So I actually installed... I got a new GPU recently, and that has been kind of an interesting process to get it fully integrated into the PC because Linux is weird. Because the first time I restarted the PC afterwards, the thing damn near gave me a heart attack. This thing damn near gave me a heart attack the first time I installed it. Like the first day after I installed it. Because when I did, I thought that I had somehow broken it. I had broken my PC completely to the point where I was gonna have to reinstall my OS, but I was able to get that working again. But also, like, regardless, even with all of that, I would say still worth it for no other reason than AMD 9070 XT. So yeah, no, it's a bit bougie. It's a bit bougie. Listen, do we not have a projectile loader? We don't. Oh, I'm gonna need another HE shell for that one. But specifically an ASRock 9070 XT. What's our bearing on that one gonna be? $276.4. So yeah, ASRock 9070 XT, which I actually have a really funny story about this. Actually, I have a really funny story about this. Actually, I know, right? The sound design on this is incredible. So all the little clicks and rattles, the groans. You like whenever you are like running the rotation for a long bearing realignment, just the mechanical groan that comes from the turret as you're doing it is beautiful. Let's see, 276.4, that's good to go. AP gun is armed. Everything else looks good. 39.96. Okay, on the way. While we are waiting on that one, let's get rotation for the next one. 272.2. Okay, let's go get our BD. Let's go observe BDA. Good hit on target. Let's see. Next one, elevation 7.05. Shell type is HE. Like the little clicks like you hear there as it's adjusting, as you're adjusting the ballistic computer. Mwah, so nice. It's so nice. $42.3. We're gonna need we got a steam line loose. But I'm telling you, it's like, imagine doing this with like at least one other person. I honestly, I think this would be a really good game to have as like 3 players. You'd have this as 3 players. You'd have one person over here manning the plotting table, comms, and requisitions. And then, you probably have this as 2. You probably have this as 2. One person runs comms, requisitions, and the plotting table. And then another person handles the loading and aiming of the guns. No, it's not. I'm just saying, imagine if it was. Imagine if it was. That's how I would probably do it if it was. So I'm going to need HE. Let's get that set up now. Put it into the right magazine. Okay. But yeah, like imagine running this with like, imagine running this as like a gun crew. How this would go crazy. Like running this as a gun crew. Also, listen to that real quickly. That is crispy. Listen to that is crispy. That little noise right there of the grip safety on the lever. Not even the lever itself, like the big ka-tunk is nice, but listen to how crispy that is right there. And then on this one as well. Only thing I could fault is that it seems like they only have one instance of that sound. And I would like if there was maybe just a couple of more so it didn't sound exactly the same every time. But other than that, it's very nice. Also, yeah, no. The people who made this absolutely absolutism. Yeah, no, they had the good tism. Their parents took the good Tylenol. Listen to this right here. The groan as the gun is elevating. You can hear the metal fighting against being put into position. All right, 30. Which one was this again? 42.3. Okay. Okay, 42.3 HE shell. Arm the gun. On the way. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. I was gonna say, did I forget to adjust the bearing? No, I didn't. Okay. I was a little worried there. Good kill on target. Sector cleared. Local garrison will consolidate. From this point, stand down until further orders. Glory to Castile. Just copy that down on our clipboard. Just copy that down on our clipboard. Speaking of Castile, Mechanicat, I want you to have a look at this map. And I want you to tell me if there's anything that catches your eye about this map. Here, let me move the clipboard out of the way. So, the country is named Castile. Tell me, does anything about this map catch your attention? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That is indeed Spain. Man, though, this game coming out, like, after just hearing nothing from the PVKK developers for way too long, it's really cool to see, like, somebody basically went, fine, I'll do it myself. The royal city is restored to the crown this morning as the general drives the anti-monarchist occupation from its streets. Then The city His Majesty the King was pleased to learn is almost majority intact. Craters are temporary. Castile is permanent. Walk around them proudly. No, it's the Spanish Civil War. This is fine. This is fine. Official assessment of the current situation remains unchanged. We separate brick, bone, and belongings, respectful and efficient. What you see is unverified. For sale, hats previously owned. Pre-ventilated airway, but sure smooth airflow to the brain. Yesterday's much anticipated arrival of the King's inspection train caused surprise when the entire convoy rolled into Valencia station in reverse. The Ministry of Transport insists this was a demonstration of retrograde propulsion excellence and denies that the locomotive overshot the junction by several kilometers. Crowds cheered nonetheless, facing whichever direction seemed most loyal. Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Those who answer the call voluntarily will be remembered as heroes. The general encourages you to be remembered as a hero. God fucking damn it. But I think we're gonna move on to the next demo now. Because I could be doing this all night and I've got a bunch of these I want to try out. So let's see. I don't think the wheel is the overlay is still not working. So you might notice there is no overlay right now, Mechanicat. I've been trying to get Mix It Up to work, and so far it doesn't. It's weird. What's annoying is I tested it earlier, and when I tested it, it was working. But now that we're streaming, it's not working, and that annoys me. That really annoys me. Because I got it all working in testing, but now it's busted. And what's really annoying with that is as well, so I know why. I did see that. I did see Engine of Sin. That does look like it's going to be cool as hell. But, so, that is a game that, they're pushing it, they're pitching it with the whole, last surviving crew member thing, right? That is a game that, despite the pitch, even more so than Iron Nest, I would want to play Engine of Sin as a crew. You know what I'm saying? More so than Iron Nest, I would love to play something like Engine of Sin where you're playing it as a crew. I think that would be an amazing game to play as a crew. Let's see. What are we going to do next then? Ooh, I know what we're going to do next. I know exactly what we're going to do next. So let me just get this set up now. Ooh, wrong one. I would absolutely love to play Engine of Sin as a crew. I think that would absolutely rip. Let's see what this one is. Like I said, I get that goes against the whole pitch, but I'm serious. I'm just looking at it like that as a crew. And especially if, okay, so hear me out. You play that as a crew, you have different rooms inside the machine, and you communicate not a proximity, so not necessarily as a proximity, you would have a proximity chat, but that wouldn't be the main thing. The main thing would actually be, rather than a proximity chat, you have voice tubes running between the rooms, because generally speaking, whoever you're playing, you and the rest of the crew are not going to be in the same room at the same time. So you'd have voice tubes running between the various rooms. And if you need help in whatever room you're in, you would go to that voice tube, you would call through it, and that's how you would communicate between rooms. That's how I would want to do that. But let's see, what is volume? Well, I can already tell one thing. I'm going to need to make some adjustments to my keybinds. So let's get those done real quick. That's good, that's good, that's good. There we go. And let's see what we've got here. Volume is what every streamer needs to tinker with for a while. I mean, you're not wrong, partner. Or have to read. You're not wrong, have to read. No, fuck. Because everybody knows this was the best part of Titanfall 2. The Titans were cool, don't get me wrong, but this was my favorite part of Titanfall 2. So just a whole game dedicated just to that. 100%. Yes, the tubes malfunction, and so sometimes you'll hear like just garbled noise or distortion from them. I know I could do better. Come on. Fuck! Ah, no, I'm stuck! Door stuck! Door stuck! Please, I'm begging you! Oh, that would have been so good if I had not fucked it up. And hey there, new around, how are you doing? Yes, very much like Mirror's Edge, but not Silent Hill. Not Silent Hill, Mechanic Cat. You know what this is? This is City 17. Like, just look at the industrial grime of it. This is City 17. Oh, god damn it. Ah! I keep getting stuck on that spot. Damn it! I screwed up again. No! Yeah, but this is like Mirror's Edge and City 17 is what this is, Mechanic Cat. Like just the concrete industrial grime of it is what gives it away. It's like this is some Eastern European, you know, this is like 90s Eastern Europe is what this is. The only thing it's missing is the blue-gray filter. And then we would definitely be post-Soviet vibes. Yes! Yeah, no, that's exactly what I said. Yeah, guys, you know, so with a cigarette and a guy with a cigarette in a bottle and that blue-gray filter. That tells you that you're in Eastern Europe. This is the post-Soviet filter. This means former Soviet Europe. Damn it! Come on, come on, come on. Ah, I got caught in the corner again. Yeah, no, exactly, New Around. Good old-fashioned shit-be-it brutalism. Oh, I saved it. Man. But it does make you like, it's the kind of stuff where you wonder, it's like, you know, this has been here, you know, it's like, it's the vibes of, like I said, like you said, Soviet, like, you know, post-Soviet brutalist architecture. that's been left unmaintained for years, if not decades, right? But it's the kind of thing that makes you wonder. It's like, what do you think this? It's kind of something where it's like, what did this look like back when it was new, back when it was first built? Because you go and you look at old photos of like Brezhnev era buildings when they were first built, and whilst they have that like raw concrete element to them because it's brutalism, they're beautiful. And it's the thing is like brutalism is not an inherently ugly architectural style. It's just really, really, really high maintenance. And unfortunately, when your government collapses, one of the first signs is the maintenance stops. That was instinct right there. I was not even thinking right there with that wall that I managed to dodge just now. There was no thought there. That was entirely on instinct. I want to check something real quickly. It's like, is there any sort of... No, there isn't. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one, see what we got here. Damn it. Oh. Eh? Oh, it's just a light. Okay. Man, speaking of games though, speaking of games with gorgeous art styles, I am still, and I know I've said this before, I am still upset about the Forever Winter and how that game has just completely failed to deliver on its entire pitch. It is all style, no substance, and it bothers the shit out of me. Like, it's just, you know, the most surface level, shallow interpretation of the idea of you're not that guy, where it basically just boils down to, oh yeah, no, almost everything is invincible and we'll just one-shot you if you dare get too close to it. We're just gonna give you this, we're gonna give you an emotional support gun to give you that false sense of agency, to give you like a false sense of agency. And it reminds me of that one bit from, I think it's Visage. It's the worst, it is one of my least favorite indie horror game bits ever, where, you know, you go and you find this thing, you know, you find this thing that's like, you know, it's a shotgun on a platform. You pick it up and, you know, like the goofiest fucking butt metal starts playing, and then you rack the shotgun, you know, like to fire it off, like you always show them doing in like shooters where, you know, they rack the shotgun and then they fire around to show that it worked, to show you that it's a, oh hey, it's a shotgun. But right as they do, one of those little flags come out that says bang. And it's like, wow, you thought this was so clever, didn't you? I bet you thought this was so goddamn clever. And I'm just going to let you know, you're not nearly as clever as you think you are. And you should feel bad for this. This is bad, and you should feel bad for it. Like, that's all I can think of whenever I see that one bit. Like I said, I think it was Visage. I don't remember. I just remember it was really stupid. And they thought they were way cleverer than they actually were when they did it. Ah! You know, that's like one of my least favorite songs by Linkin Park do around. Like, honest to God, I just really don't like. I guess I really don't like Linkin Park. Like post, I don't like. I don't get along with, you know, post Minutes to Midnight Linkin Park. Ah, shit! On some level, I'm still thinking about this like it was like Titanfall, where you have the jump kit, right? And how that gives you much better air control. Whew! Much better. But I know we can do better than that. I know I can do better than that. Ugh. But I think ad breaks are gonna be starting soon. So if you need to stretch, grab a drink, etc., now's the time to do it. And I will see y'all when it is over. Wait, what's this? Okay, and we are back. And what's this about Black Mountain Dew? What is this about Black Mountain Dew new around? I completely missed that part, but we're also going to move on to something new. So let's see what else we've got, shall we? Ooh. Oh, I know what we're going to do. I know what we're going to do. So let me just get this set up. Where is... There it is. I was gonna say though, what is this about Black Mountain Dew new around? Oh, you got an ad for Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Oh, I see now. Okay. I see what you mean now. Okay. An ad for Mountain Dew Pitch Black. And you're saying, what's the flavor? Charred Granny? Oh, that's so cursed. That is so cursed. I'm sorry. That's all. That is foul. That is foul. Ugh. So, I have... So I was saying earlier, I have set up overlays, but they're not working right now. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments on that because... So, I also mentioned something else, right? That I had switched over... So I've switched over to Linux since last time I streamed. Well, not since last time I streamed, but I have done some streams on it. But I switched over to Linux this year. And one of the things that's come with that is just having to figure out how to do things, you know, some things just have, you do things differently here. You do things differently on it. And there's a bit of a learning curve that's come with that. So let's see what Kaido Genkai is. This is a work in progress demo of Kaido Genkai. Great, let's go. Options.
Controls.
Oh, they actually are using the good they're using the good shifter controls. Oh, I like that a lot. I don't like that that handbrake positioning, but otherwise, yeah, no. Oh, this soundtrack is nice already too. Adventure. Slot 1.
Choose your location.
South Nibiru.
That'll do.
That'll do. God damn it. Okay, the voice acting on this is fun.
Car.
Let's see what we've got. Any other options? Hyper 2. No, doesn't seem like we have any. Oh, I wanted to drive the little thingy. God damn it. I wanted to drive the little thingy. Look at it. Look at it. You know what that is, right? Imagine. That would have been so much fun.
Standard. Auto. Standard.
Let's see what colors we have. Ooh, I like that blue. Let's go with that blue.
Have some fun.
Yeah, I know it's a Honda City Mechanic Cat, but still. It's the little K truck, and it's on the cover. It's on the Steam page. It's the thing on the Steam page. I love the Honda City. But look, it's right in front of us. I've been so down since the accident happened to your mentor. No, this is not Eastern Europe new around. Look, I know you blame yourself for it, but accidents happen, right? That's why they're called accidents. Let's forget about it for a while and have a quick race. Out to the waterfall. Okay. And you remember how to drive, right? Okay, I'll explain the basic control. Now let's go. But yeah, no, new around. This isn't new. This isn't Eastern Europe.
One, go! Checkpoint! Checkpoint!
Okay, that was weird. It forgot where my controller was.
3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Because I was trying to do. Yeah, I know. I love the small cars and bikes a lot. You like it a whole lot, You just don't get the appeal of the Daihatsu midget. I just like, okay. So I can actually directly explain to, at least to me, the appeal of the Daihatsu midget is I love K-trucks. So I'm one of those people who's an absolute sucker for K-trucks. Ooh.
Keep rocking, baby.
Pulled that one off real quick there. But I'm an absolute sucker for K-trucks. They are just, they have so, it's a vibe thing. It's 100% a vibe thing. They finally have something to look forward to. What do you mean? What do you mean by the local cops will love this? They'll finally have something exciting to look forward to. But yeah, also. Oh, we have blinkers! Oh, that's actually kind of neat. Little details like that. I love little details like that. We're beached. We beached the car. Help. We beached the car. She said. Someone around the neighborhood. Yeah, there's Kenzo. You have some nerve showing your face after what you did. Now, what do you want? Tell me about Kurakage. You asked me about Kurakage. Why? His real name was Toru Tsuchiya. He just passed away at the Genkai Championship after a brake failure. But out of the Daihatsu line, you like the hijack. That's fair. That is fair that you think that there's like another model in the same line you think is better. Okay. was crazy. He didn't just fail to stop, he actually accelerated into that wall. Everyone in town was watching on TV. He's a local legend. Or was. You ought to know as his apprentice. You worked on his car, right? How do you sleep at night? Now, what do you want? And of the police force that rose from the ashes of war 1,000 years ago. They took control of the region and brought unity where there was chaos, and with it, stability and prosperity. Decades later, they still hold that power. Some trust them, some fear them. But no one can deny that the wars ended when Aeon took over. Now, what do you want? Look, are we cool? I know you're Tomika's best friend and she believes in you. But not everyone feels that way. I'll be nice to you because I'm at work right now and you're my sister's stupid friend. But I'd rather you stop pestering me. Now, what do you want? Forget it. Asshole. It is, for an arcade racer, it's pretty good. Hey. Think you can beat my friends in a race in the cave? Hey, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go.
3, 2,
So it doesn't feel like I have to yank the wheel. It feels like you actually have nuance to the steering, which is one of my biggest things, right? Is I hate when arcade racers are so afraid to make you think about steering in any other way than just yank it one way yank it all the way one way or yank it all the way the other way. So having that nuance to the steering is really nice.
checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Damn it! The soundtrack is really the most charming part about this, though. Like, it's two things. One, it's shitbox racing, and I love shitbox racing.
Disgraceful.
I absolutely love shitbox racing. And this is 100% shitbox racing, which, like I said, I honestly think is the best racing. And the other thing is, as well, the soundtrack is absolutely fantastic.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Like, they really understand. I was going to say, they definitely understand the idea of driving a slow car fast.
Checkpoint.
That's like the first thing I will definitely say. They really understand the idea of driving a slow car fast.
1, go. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
You threw your car out of the road. Time to take a photo of it posing next to it with your foot on the wheel. God, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. The only thing I would say is some of the control bindings are interesting choices, and I would really like to be able to change them. For example, where they put the handbrake button definitely feels weird, and I would definitely want to move it and the gear shift button in particular.
Checkpoint. Disgraceful.
Those are the two that come to mind. Is like the ones I really want to change are those two.
3, 2, 1, go!
Like I think, you know, having the gear shifters be the bumpers, the shoulder buttons, I am 100% on board with that because I use that for my downshift. I use the left shoulder button as my downshift on Assetto Corsa. But I also am not the biggest fan of where, yeah, nobody made it over the gap. None of the 3 cars made it over the gap.
Checkpoint! Checkpoint! Checkpoint!
Photo finish!
I'm looking forward to
Let's
the next
go! Photo finish! Okay, you win. Victory may make some people forget about your shortcomings, but it won't make your mistakes disappear. Damn! Everybody on my ass for this. Like, I would really like... Yeah, as you all crawl out of the pile up, yeah. Like, there's some that I would really like to be able to change. For example, put the handbrake where the next song button is. And maybe a few others from there, but that's the main one. Is swap handbrake and next song so that I have access to the handbrake. But also, notice the speed on the bottom right there. How we're honestly not going all that fast. When we're really pushing it, we maybe hit 100 Ks. But for the most part, yeah, you're not going that fast. But it feels so much faster than it actually is. And that counts for a lot. Like, however fast it feels, that really matters. And that's something I think this game has done a really good job of capturing, is how important the feeling of speed is versus the actual, like, quantified speed. Because who cares? Who cares about... Look, an airplane is going like 500... It's going over 500 miles an hour. But it doesn't feel like that once you're off the ground. And that's the thing that really matters in a racing game, is what does the speed feel like? And I think one of the biggest things they've done here that really helps with that is just the little visual effects. Whether it's the little speed lines on the outside of the screen, or not being afraid of motion blur, those kind of things do a lot to sell you on the feeling of speed. It's 8 a.m. Yeah, I know. Driving the spiritually a tuk-tuk. Yeah, thanks for coming by, New Around. Just little things like that count for a lot. They count for a lot with making it feel fast. And again, I would say are more important, far and away more important than what the number on the speedometer says. Like, I know a lot of the sim racing crowd gets really upset when you have motion blur because A lot of people get a lot of like the sweaty competitive crowd. That's really what it is. It's the sweaty competitive crowd. It's like, motion blur's so bad. I need to be able to have my monitor have like 400 FPS and no motion blur, or it's literally unplayable. And that's really sad, because a lot of the time the things like motion blur,
What do you want?
the high school and surrounding areas under active control. Turn around immediately. What's ironic is, okay, you know what's really ironic about that mechanic, Cat? Is that at really high frame rates, like, over 150 FPS, you need motion blur or else you'll get headaches. Like, this has been tested. Is once the frame rate gets above about 150 FPS, if you have no motion blur, people start getting headaches. And it's specifically because of the lack of motion blur, because your brain is expecting some level of motion blur when things get moving that quickly. Because think about when you're driving, right? Think about when you're driving. You're driving really fast. If you're driving at any sort of decent speed, objects around you start to blur. And now I should say, it's like over 150 FPS in a continuously moving scene. I'll clarify that as well. So it's like specifically, let's say you were driving along at speed, right? Let's say like in a racing sim, right? If you're driving along at speed and your monitor is at like 200 frames per second, motion blur becomes necessary with that combination, because otherwise you start to get nauseous. Powerful group. Yeah, I saw them. You ever notice how no one really knows what they're doing behind closed doors? Yeah, I have a feeling that's gonna become a plot thing in the full game. I really do think that's probably gonna become a plot thing in the full game. I would be surprised if it doesn't. But also, God, I love the city too. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. All right, let's keep moving, see what we got down here. Oh, they're down below. I just noticed that. So we kind of make a little leap of faith down here to reach them. Oh, what is this? It's almost like an autocross course. Yeah, you've got the shipping containers here. So you got like the shipping containers here. Come around this way. Come through here. Come around. Through the shipping containers. Around this way. Then through the shipping containers again. Like, I don't even remember. Yeah, because motion blur and low frame rates definitely is a nauseating combination. Motion blur and low frame rate is definitely a nauseating combination. But yeah, very high frame rate and no motion blur is also kind of nauseating. So I could definitely see how that happens. Speaking of frame rates, I'm wondering, why is this game not okay? I'm noticing speaking of frame rates, I'm looking up at the frame rate in the top left corner of the screen, and I'm wondering to myself, it's like, you know, this game doesn't seem very graphically intensive. Why is it running so poorly? Because you see at the top left corner, it's getting stuck around like 30 to 50 FPS, and like I said, it's not like I have I said before, this is a 9070 XT. This is not a weak GPU by any means. So why is it running so poorly? Actually, no. I know what it might be. It's not the GPU. So, next thing on the upgrade list is a new CPU. And that might actually be why this game is running the way it is because it might be kind of CPU intensive with all of the various entities, character entities running around the town. That might actually be the reason why it's running badly. It might be kind of CPU intensive. I just realized that. 30 FPS is God intended. Yeah, no. But I'm thinking that might actually be why it's not running very well, is that it's kind of CPU intensive. That's my best guess anyways. I don't know for sure, but that is my best guess to why it's not running particularly well. Yeah, I mean, it could also be that it's super unoptimized. But again, even being super unoptimized, if it was just that it was unoptimized graphically, you'd think I would be able to brute force through it. Again, 9070 XT. You know, like I said, I'd kind of just be able to brute force it because, again, 9070 XT. I do think the problem is this is probably a pretty CPU, it's both, like you said, really unoptimized, but also kind of CPU intensive with all of the character entities running around with their own logic. I would say that's probably the biggest contributor to why it's running poorly. Is a combination of early dev state means a lack of optimization and CPU intensive game. But definitely I think I could see myself playing more of this in the future. I could definitely see myself playing more of this in the future. It's super cute and I love it. You mentioned taking a photo, right? I just found the photo mode. Check it out. I know, it's so vibey. That's the big thing with me in the soundtrack in this. It's so vibey. Like, it's such a vibey soundtrack. And it's also got like a really nice range of genres. Because on one hand, On one hand, you've got stuff that's like really mellow, like that last track. You know, just that every day. And then you've got stuff that's like, but the whole thing is just, and also the art direction on this, the way like the cars are like super, the way they stylize the cars, where they've got like sort of that low poly look, but also, you know what it is? It's low poly and cell shaded, and that's a really good vibe. That's a really good combination, because it's like almost like Wind Waker. It's sort of almost like the Wind Waker look, and I love the Wind Waker look. That is a visual style that has aged fantastically. Like, that is a visual, yeah, it's a very powerful combo mechanic, Cat. Because like I said, you think about, like I said, think about Wind Waker. Wind Waker has aged amazingly. Just the visuals on that game, the visuals on the game have aged incredibly well. And so much of that is down to the art direction. Oh, what is it? I might already have it on my list, but what is it in case I don't know? Because I went and grabbed a bunch of stuff that looked interesting to me, but oh yeah, no, I have that on the list. You know what? You know what? That's what we're gonna close with for the night. Actually, that's what we're gonna end with for the night. Yeah, is let's go and have a look at that one for like the last one for tonight. It looked so good. It looked so funny. Like, that game absolutely caught my attention when I saw it. Like, everything, the trailer for it was incredible. The trailer for it was absolutely incredible. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna love this game. Cause yeah, no, it looked so fucking funny. All right, let's see what we got here then. Create new.
My name is Carissa Ward, and today is the day that it all pays off.
Right.
The sleepless nights, the mild extortion, selling off my precious anime collection. The company just released its new org chart, and starting Monday, I'm the Vice President of Marketing. I'm gonna get my driver's license. I'm gonna get back my anime collection.
Oh no.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be okay. Boom.
Oh God!
No,
Did anyone see who
oh God,
did
she's
this?
doing the Peter Griffin pose. She's in the Peter Griffin pose.
Is she dead? I think she's dead.
You know, this also reminds me. I had years and years ago, I had a concept for a gag manga that I'm actually really glad people have done, like, you know, people have done like takes on it since then. I don't take credit for giving them the idea, but I'm so glad they have, which is literally just, the gag manga is literally about Truck-kun's driver. It's about, like, you know, like Truck-kun's driver is actually part of like a secret order of isekai truckers. And they go around doing, you know, they go around looking for people who could be, you know, like it said, who are not happy with their lives as they are, who are in like a rough spot and could use a fresh start, and offer them that opportunity with the bumpers of the truck.
No! She was so young and smart and conventionally attractive.
That dialogue hurts.
No!
That dialogue
Hey,
hurts.
dork! Your magic car sent me into an isekai.
Okay, now we're back on it.
We can talk about what you did later, but for now, I need you to drive.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Well, of course I remember how to drive. Yeah. You made this mess now. You and Carissa need to start digging a way out of it. Okay. Camera. Yeah. I'm a criminal. My life is over. Drama queen. The cops in the city, you've got an easy 10 minutes before they deploy murder drones, especially if you're in a low-income area. The cops have murder drones? Oh, yeah, for the last few years now. Anyway, doesn't matter if the cops stuck machine guns to a birthday toy. What matters is you bringing me back to life in time for work on Monday. The first thing I'm gonna need to start shaking up things up over here is a bunch of XP. How do we get you that? By sending more people, hit them with your truck, turn them into mobs I can crush. Is it not murder? As I said, you got 10 minutes, buddy. All right, let's go run people over. Yeah. Oh God, now I've hit someone on purpose. It'll be fine. Now hit some more. Give me a whole stack of enemies to bop. Stack enemies. It's a waste of Carissa's time to fight just one enemy. Send over a whole mess of them. Well done. Full stack of enemies now. Watch is where you can watch her as she fights. Smashing objects powers up her ultimate attack. Generates star shards by defeating enemies. 5 shards gets me an additional star. The driver of Truck-kun is a monster that was isekai to our world to isekai people to his world because they. Yes, exactly. The Kaneke, you get it now, don't you? You get it now. Honk. Building on the basics. Now that you learn the basics, go test out your new skills. Got some ring, do your best. Drifting. Ooh, okay. Multi-truck drifting. First is truck and boost ability. Using a turnaround. Oh, I see now. Oh. My truck couldn't do any of this stuff before today. You're welcome. Why's that? Thing glowing purple. Why can I see that? Oh, we're in it now. You've got a magic sight, baby. If something has a purple force field, you can smash through it with enough oomph. Destroy an armored object, use a boost, hit a boost pad, or sideswipe into it. Oh. That was accidentally cool. That was completely unintentional, but it was so cool. Wait a minute. Does that say? No, it doesn't. Okay. For a second, I thought that billboard said 100% orange juice. For a second, I thought that billboard said 100% orange juice. I was going to laugh my ass off on that. What do we got here? Delivery started. Oh, it's got they got mini games too. Interesting. Damn, this game's got everything. Vehicular manslaughter, mini games. Environmental destruction. Damn. Why is this game so stacked? Like, damn, why is this game so stacked? There's no reason to be this stacked. The strange scaffold games are so... Oh, that's right, this is strange scaffold. Oh. I completely forgot about that part I have to read. You won't be able to keep any stars from this outing. It's a tutorial, but now that you remember how to drive, you got 20 seconds to explore the city and get your bearings. Have fun. Okay, that wasn't too bad, right? My name's Carissa. What happened to me? That's called an isekai. Your magic truck sent me to Talonfold, a run that runs on anime logic, where I became a hot LK. But how? Why? We've got a truck-kun situation on our hands. Those are just the rules. Now, even though what happened is pretty cool, I'm still very mad at you. Oh, God. And you can help me fix this. Time moves faster in here. When we aren't talking, I've been chatting up some NPCs. Apparently, this guy called the Skeleton King has a scroll of resurrection. You drive fast and do what I say in that magic car of yours, and I'm coming home. Are you in? I guess I could try. Hell yeah. Oh, but I think that's going to be it for tonight, so let's go see who's on. Actually, I say let's go see who's on. I already know who we're going to raid into. Let's just make sure they're still on before we do. And that they aren't going to be immediately ending. Because I saw somebody on who hasn't been on in a while, and I figured it'd be nice to go say hello to them. But yes, they are. Okay. So, she hasn't been around in a while, so let's go say hi to Lika, shall we? See what she's up to. And as always, you want to see what I'm up to off stream? All the places you can find me? and the raid message as well. And with that, I think there's only one thing left to say. It's been a while, so maybe only a few of you remember, but